playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Cardinals and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it in the stadium. You can sense it down on the field in pregame. Both these teams have had this as their #1 goal all year.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. What a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking of getting the ball, getting your script, running your plays. Instead, Greg, it is a fumble lost on the opening kickoff.
It's just absolutely the most disastrous beginning of a game you could possibly dream up. And what you do now, Mike, is not only does the other team get the ball, you send your defense out there early in this game and force them to have to defend a short field right away.
Here we go, set, alert, alert.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That one on target to Moore. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early third down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
Ready, go.
They will run it over center with Swift. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Set it. Hut, go. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball, it's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Tua brings his guys up to go for 2.
Go ahead.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete. They were trying. Lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. So a good chunk of yardage there, but still well short of the 1st down. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. That one is good. And the Bears extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cards offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Connor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He got loose after the grab, and they couldn't bring him down. A gain of 28. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here to Connor. And he's in. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to...
From the gun, here's Tua. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Going to work Connor in the middle here. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, here on Super Wild Card Weekend, the Cardinals have the early edge in this one. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Third down and 9. Back to throw is Tua. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it, and it's Connor. And he's going to have a Cards 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Tua. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
James Conner, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Tua. That'll be taken in by Connor. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. On the return is Jones. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Tua. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go right back to Connor. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. A dive, and he's in. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Cardinals are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. I'll give up the middle with Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Swift. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Darius Robinson in on the tackle. 3rd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. They rolled the dice, didn't they, on 4th down? But it doesn't pan out. They turn it over on downs as we hit the 2-minute warning.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Tua to throw again. This one complete right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Again, it's Tua. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Tua. He's got it at the 3.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Connor going to try to pull his way in. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Here's Tua. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Zaven Collins on the stop. Williams to throw on second down. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Myers' kick is good. And the Cardinals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Continues on to next week. One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Tua gonna throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's gonna go down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Running here is Connor.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
That's taken in at the 50. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense, and I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And now it's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have the Bears first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. It's Swift. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
On the option, it's Swift, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
And goal at the Cardinals' 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Swift, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Extra point try now for Zerline. The kick is good. And the Bears are able to cut into the deficit. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run with Connor. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Tua. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd down and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down on 3 yards to go.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Williams now to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Zaven Collins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. That's a gain of 15. It's good for a Cardinals first down. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Williams. First down throw there is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick to the ground. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll run. Woo! And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
The Cardinals offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Tungo Bailoa. He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Cardinals line up for a punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Komet. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is Williams. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To throw it again, it's Williams. This pass is caught by Scott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing again, Williams. Taking off, and Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he will score! Game on! Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Zerline for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. On the give, this is Connor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. They'll try and run for this with Connor. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Williams to the air once more. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. Here we go. One final play. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.